Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover, Operation Career. Today, we have 4 inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. Founded by a family that escaped Nazi Germany in 1937, Columbia Sportswear is a company that cherishes military veterans as much as family itself. Take a look at this.
I decided to join the Marine Corps after the recruiter contacted me. I wasn't the best student in high school. I hadn't got into any of the colleges that I applied to, so I entertained the offer. My job in the military, I was a helicopter mechanic for a heavy lift helicopter called a CH-53, which is a Sea Stallion, and those are the helicopters that you see lifting Humvees.
I actually had no plans. I had no idea what I was going to do with my future. I had no college aspirations or anything else like that. And a recruiter came in, and I heard a lot of my schoolmates saying that only guys should be in the military. So I went up and talked to the recruiter, and I signed up within a week. You know, just because I was a girl does not mean I couldn't do what I wanted to do. When I first got to boot camp, I immediately regretted it because you were being screamed at right then and there. However, I took it as a challenge, and I was like, you know what, I can do this. But at the beginning, I was terrified.
Yeah, so looking at getting out of the military, having a new family, and looking at career progression was pretty tight, so I decided to take chances in the civilian world. So when I got out, I went back to school, was able to transition into a new career and saw that Columbia Sportswear was hiring, and I took the chance.
I was transitioned out of the Navy because I didn't have anybody to take care of my children. I felt like I was failing as a mother. So unfortunately, we ended up living in my truck for a couple months before more shipmates actually took us off the streets. To get back on my feet, I landed a job in loss prevention, and 18 years later, I'm still in loss prevention, and I was looking for a company that shared the same values as the military, and here I am with Columbia Sportswear that actually does that.
Columbia Sportswear Company is a global apparel and footwear company, and we distribute apparel and footwear across the globe for people to pursue their passions. Columbia Sportswear Company has 4 primary brands: the Columbia brand, the Mountain Hardwear brand, the Prana brand, and the Sorel brand. Columbia was founded by a family fleeing Nazi Germany, and our matriarch, Gert Boyle, it was her parents who founded a small hat company here along the Columbia River. The company grew over time, and it really took off actually after Gert Boyle and her son worked together after the unfortunate passing of Gert's husband. And as the company was struggling with financing and the banks offered her almost nothing for the company, she said, for that price, I'll run it into the ground myself. And the rest is history. We really have a culture of authenticity, and I think that a lot of the values that are shared with veterans and the leadership and training that they receive in the military are really aligned with the kind of culture that we have here at Columbia.
At Columbia Sportswear, we have a Veterans Employee Resource Group, referred to as VERGE, that I helped start in the summer of 2020. And our main mission is to help educate the company on what it means to hire veterans and to be able to bring more veterans into corporate life.
At VERG, we celebrate, and we actually have different events to promote or to bring awareness and to teach about the mental health of veterans, because it is a very troublesome thing.
Columbia Sportswear is great for veterans. It's a family-driven company, so you go from a military family to a Columbia family.
Columbia is all about the people and connecting people with their passions, and veterans are always passionate, and Columbia actually provides the ability to actually follow your passions while working for them.
I think one of the best lines that I think is really true about Columbia is we often say about ourselves that while we take our business seriously, we don't take ourselves very seriously. And I think that humility and being grounded in being human first and really focused on the work in front of us is very much aligned with what I see in veterans every day, and that authenticity about just being who you are.
Any veterans looking to what they should be doing next or what they want to do next, I'd recommend Columbia Sportswear. You know, we're tested tough here in the Pacific Northwest.
All the veterans that are out there looking to find their second career, or those that are actually really struggling like I struggled with my transition, Columbia is definitely here. You can reach out to anybody, any store. Whatever you did in the military, Columbia has a fit for you.